All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right. We are live on Facebook Live. Welcome, everyone. This is Women Speakers Association, WSATV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of Women Speakers Association's WSATV. Today we have a fabulous show. We are featuring our premier member, Lori Karpman. Welcome, Lori. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for having been invited to be here and share my story with your listeners, your watchers.
We're grateful to have you here because you have an extensive background that really helps women, executives, and more. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your work and what you're passionate about?
Okay. I have a management consulting firm and an executive coaching practice. And I created my firm because when I was president of an operating company, one of the things was that I realized that business owners needed to be able to build their business, but that they were spending a tremendous amount of time dealing with all sorts of different professionals, from marketing companies to websites, to copywriters, and operation manual experts. And from having been in an operating business, I had all those areas of expertise, and I had also, won some awards for my marketing work. And so when I sold my business to a U.S. development group, I decided to open Lori Karpman and Company, which is a full-service management consulting and executive coaching firm. And we provide every single service that a growing company needs. So whether it's from strategic planning, marketing and branding, websites, copywriting, executive recruiting, operations manuals. And what's interesting is that I did practice law for over 20 years, and so I also do all the legal work for my clients. So the only other person that they need to deal with other than me is if they need to have an accountant. Other than that, we provide every single service that they need. And this, what allows them to do is to spend more time working on growing their business instead of managing professionals, which really takes up a lot of an executive's time.
Wow, that's phenomenal. So I'm going to pick your brain today because you have so much wisdom to share, if
Please
that's
do.
okay. And one of the things that struck me, I remember hearing you say, take care of the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. And that is so uniquely, a unique philosophy. Tell us more. Why do you say that? What do you mean by that?
Well, most people have a goal that they want to attain. They have a passion, they want to turn that passion into a business, and this is what I help people do. And what I find the most is that my clients come to me and they're stressed and they're anxious and they're overwhelmed and they've procrastinated from doing things that they've always wanted to do. And one of the reasons people get overwhelmed and they procrastinate is because they spend their time focusing on the big picture. So, for example, if you wanted to write a book, people think, oh my God, I don't even know how to write a book. Well, if you broke that writing a book down into small, tiny little things, like make a list of ideas, call, my friend and ask them for ideas, just write the table of contents. And if you make a list and you break things down even to the most minute details, as you work, you start ticking off each one of those details. And as you do those details, the end goal happens. So instead of focusing really on the end goal and being overwhelmed and procrastinating, what I help people do is to get over the overwhelm, to get them past the procrastination, and for them to become productive, which is through a program that I have, which is called From Passion to Productivity.
I love that. So, this is so valuable to the women here. And if anybody's suffering from overwhelm or procrastination, this tip is huge. Please let us know. Feel free to comment in the comment section. I'm going to be monitoring that over at Women Speakers Association's page. So that's facebook.com/Women Speakers Association. So, getting the small stuff done matters when you know the big picture, it sounds like, and you can break it down. If people don't know how to do this, where would you like them to start?
Well, the first thing they have to start with, and this is with any business, is that if you want to be successful at a business, you have to be doing something you're passionate about. Because when you're passionate about what you do, you don't feel like you're working, and you don't mind putting in the extra time and the extra hours because it's something that you're really excited and passionate about. So the first thing I do is I work with people to help them determine really what is their passion. And I pretty much can guarantee people that for whatever your passion is, we can make a business out of it, and you can make money doing what you're most passionate about. So we first start to work, and I have a variety of tools that I use. I'm a tools person, so I have a variety of tools that I use, whether it's questionnaires, forms, workbooks, in order to help people really determine. But one of the ways that they can actually do this themselves is to ask friends and people that they know. I tell them to send out an email and say something very simple, and I give them a script, but something simple like, I'm thinking of starting my own business. What is it you think I'm good at? And you would be amazed by the responses of what people give you. And they say, well, you're really good at cooking, or you're really good at entertaining. Well, if that's the case, maybe an event planning business is for you. So often we get our best advice from people around us. I can't hear you. Laura, unmute.
So any ideas for women who are in their own business and they've lost their passion, or they need to find their passion again?
I have had, and I have reinvented myself and my passion about 3 times. So, I've had 3 sort of different careers. I practiced law for 20 years. Then I was in the restaurant industry and franchising. Now I'm a management consultant, and I'm an executive coach. And I remember, moving into executive coaching a few years back because I specialize in franchising and I love it. And I think it's the best business model. And I'm one of Canada's experts on it. But I felt that I really felt this need to share my personal experiences and to help people with the executive coaching, not just on the business side, but also on the personal side.
So when you made it personal, you got your passion back.
Exactly, because I realized, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about helping people reach their goals. That's really what I'm passionate about. And I knew that I could turn that into a business. So, there I was, years ago when I was old, and I said, okay, well, I'm 50. Like, what am I going to do now that I'm grown up? And when I realized that my passion really was coaching and working, particularly with women entrepreneurs, work became fun again.
And you were able to use all of your skills and expertise.
That's right. And the benefit of having, of being a management consultant is that I can help clients not only with the psychological part, and the productivity part, but also with the business part. So, for example, if someone needs a business plan, they don't need to go to another professional. I can help them write their business plan. So, I have the advantage that I can offer my clients about the personal and the business lifestyle coaching.
Wow, that's fabulous. So I'd love that you can do that and that you offered all of this to that. What success tools do you recommend for women who are, craving to have a breakthrough in their business at this point?
I'm a big tools person. One of the, there's a program that I like. I am a graduate of a program called Strategic Coach, which is actually a 3-year university for entrepreneurs. And they're big on tools. And their philosophy is that, entrepreneurs need different kinds of tools, and you don't learn any of this in school. One of the things they have is a really cool app for your phone. It's called Win Streak. So it's WINSTREAK. It's called Win Streak by Strategic Coach. And it's really, really simple. What you do is every day you write down the list of 3 things that you want to achieve today, 3 wins. So 3 things that happened that were great. And they don't have to be business. It could be, I took a walk outside in the sunshine. It could be, for me, it's, I had a visit from my son. So it's any 3 things that you have had a win with during the day. And then you put 3 things that you want to have wins for tomorrow. So you're setting up your intention for the kinds of things that you want to accomplish tomorrow. And when people make a list of things to do, they tend to make a list of 10 things. And that's a huge mistake because people can really only accomplish 3 to 4 things in one day. So when you're making your list of things to do, even if you have 10 things on your list, prioritize them and just get the top 3 done. Ask yourself every morning, what do I absolutely positively have to get done today? And through the process of doing that and getting the things done, you build self-confidence and you build self-esteem because you see that you're actually able to do the things that you set out to do. Because, we have to be able to keep promises to ourselves before we can keep them to other people.
Yes, we do. And I love that. Narrow your to-do list to 3 things. And
3 major things, yep.
3 major
or
things.
Or 5 little ones.
5 little ones. Or write it all down and just pick 3.
Exactly. Just pick 3 that are the most important that need to get done today.
Awesome. So, do you have a success story of somebody you helped through a process to make a breakthrough in their business?
Sure. I have my favorite story of a client. Her name, we're going to call her Vivian, because it's not her real name, but that's what we're going to call her. And she was a health writer for many, many years and extremely successful. She worked in U.S., health government associations, and she was very successful at it. And they decided when they had children that she was going to stay home. So she stayed home for about 10 years, and we got in touch, I guess, about 2 years back, and she was in the position where, for financial reasons, she had to go back to work. And she was looking for work as a health writer, but she really didn't have that much passion for it anymore. And I said to her, well, what do you love to do? And she said, I love to do Reiki. So for those of you who aren't familiar, Reiki is an alternative remedy, which is very, very successful, sort of like massage without the touch. And it helps people heal physical and psychological ailments. And she had taken a course, so she'd actually become a Reiki master, and she had done that out of interest. And I said to her, why don't you do that for a living? And she said to me, well, you can make money doing Reiki. And I said, well, there's your first mistake. That's a limiting belief. Who says you can't make money doing Reiki? And she said, well, I don't know if I can or I can't. And I explained to her that it was really just a question of having self-confidence. So what we did was we actually set out a strategic plan. And with this plan, we set out very small little steps on how she could go ahead and build her Reiki business. And so slowly but surely, we started implementing the plan. We got her a website. We had her write a blog. We had her do guest blogging on other sites. And slowly but surely, she started to do local marketing, and she started to build a practice. And every time she would get a client, she would call me and she'd go, I got another one. I got another one. And she was so excited, like a kid. And afterwards, she would feel fantastic. She would feel like she was really able to help somebody, and she was grateful to me for helping her realize that she really could turn her passion into a productive business where she could earn a living.
That's fabulous, because I know a lot of people who have these passions in healing, in health wellness, in coaching, in these I wouldn't say service arts almost, and they don't necessarily. What? Service
arts. That's actually a very, very good term for it.
This came to me. So that's, yeah. So these, thank you. I do marketing too. So, which I forgot to mention, but I am a digital media marketing strategist. So, I get a lot of service arts people who want to build their businesses, and they have that limiting belief, and you get that out of the way and you put the systems in place, is what I'm hearing. Just like your Reiki client is, they can explode. Their business can grow, and
absolutely
set them on the right path.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's really just deciding, what you're passionate about, setting goals, for example, how much money you want to make, or how many hours a week you're able to work, or, what you're, if you have physical limitations. And so it's a business that you really build for yourself. You design it yourself. We create, it's your own model. Everybody has a unique business model. There's nothing that's cookie cutter. And, I believe that for every passion, there's a revenue stream.
I love it. For every passion, there's a revenue stream. That is a quote. Write that one down.
Feel free to use it.
Yeah, cool. We'll quote you on it. That's a great quote. So, speaking of having a passion, and we have a whole organization of women here. And by the way, Tracy says she definitely feels overwhelmed some days, and these are great reminders. So thank you so much for being, here, Lori, and sharing that. And if anybody else wants to comment, I'm looking at comments primarily on the Women's Speakers Association Facebook page. So interact with us there. That's facebook.com/Women Speakers Association. Now, since we are an association, how did you come here? I know you've been a member for quite some time. So tell us your journey in WSA.
Well, I got in touch with the WSA about a year ago. I called up to learn more, and I had just a fantastic conversation with Gail Watson, who is the president of the association. And she was helpful and delightful and friendly and approachable. And, being a woman, I appreciate the fact that the Women's Speaker Association is for women only. We have different concerns. We deal with our problems and our issues in different ways. And it's very nice to have an association where women can learn from other women. But what really impressed me about the association is the amount of tools and learning and structure that the association has. So if if you watch the Facebook page, you know that every day has a different topic, a different theme. Thursdays you have the television shows, other days you have where you can promote your gigs, and it's super well organized. And when you first sign up, you get a speaker kit, and they really, really do everything possible that they can do to make you a successful speaker.
And that's the goal, and that's one of the marketing strategies that I'm sure can help someone like your clients that you talked about, the service arts professionals, and that's why we have Women's Speakers Association. I mean, the whole leadership team really works for getting more visibility out for you through the Women's Speakers Association, just like, WSATV here. We do that for you. So tell us, what has it done for you?
What it's done for me is it has allowed me to reach out and to reach women in a way that I was never able to reach them before. Because of my personal background, my personal experience, what I hear the most from my clients is that they really sense that I can empathize, that I can relate to them, that I've been where they've been, that I've gone where they're going. And so, I'm able to make a real connection. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like working with women in particular, because being a woman, it's much easier to make that connection.
It is, and that's what we want to do. So this has been great. Again, where can people find out more about you? And I know you have some great programs. Tell us just a little bit.
Sure. People can reach me. My website is lorikarpman.com. They can go there. They can sign up for my newsletter. I'm also on LinkedIn and under Lori Karpman, and I would absolutely love to connect with anyone who would like to connect with me. I have a program, which is pretty awesome. It's actually pretty brand new, and it's called From Passion to Productivity. And it's a structured program that helps people, and again, particularly women, reach the level of success that they want to reach, and to help them grow and develop their business. And of course, I have, very special rates for members of the WSA. So I would certainly love to hear from everybody. And they can just email me direct, which is Lori@lorikarpman.com. So it's really simple, easy to remember. Just reach out to me on my Facebook, LinkedIn, reach out to me in any way, and I will get back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your generosity today, Lori, your wisdom, sharing your stories, your passion. This is what Women's Speakers Association is all about. We love the generous and generosity model. In fact, if any of you are watching and you haven't yet gotten your Speaker Success Plan, it is free at joinwsa.com or speakersuccessplan.com, actually. Either way, you'll get it in your email or right downloaded from speakersuccessplan.com. It comes with a free membership to Women's Speakers Association. Of course, we always invite you to join us at the premier level, because that's where you really get the bigger visibility. But if you just want the community, we're here for you, or take it to the next level, as we're all about helping you grow your businesses and your visibility, because we believe that women are going to change the world, are changing the world one message at a time. So here's to creating that global impact and influence and transformation through our messaging and wonderful people like yourself. Lori, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time. If I've given anybody a helpful piece of information, that's like, the best thing I can do, and I've had a successful day. So thank you so much for inviting me.
You are more than welcome. We will see you next time here on Women's Speakers Association, WSATV. Bye for now.